What's going on, chess lover? This is Maurice Bishop, and today I want to show y'all a game that I played against batalelkom. I think that's his name. I don't know how to say his name, but I wanted to share with y'all this Grand Prix Sicilian opening. This is what I play against the Sicilian, and this is exactly what my coach been showing me and things like that. So I know y'all probably saw my last video when I played the Grand Prix, against the Sicilian, and it was pretty a nice game actually. This one, you can really see my own input in this game because I'm an attacking player. That's what I do. So without further ado, let's actually get started. All right, and and before I start, I will put the link below for the chessmood.com for all y'all serious chess players out there who want to learn from grandmasters and stuff and actually go through the course and actually talk to one of the grandmasters one on one, like I have. Like I said, they're really great coaches, and they're really gonna transfer your game like for the better, like literally. So all right, so I'll put the link below in the description box. All right, so let's begin. So I played e4, c5 is what I played. Knight c3. Um, if y'all actually look at this knight c3 against the Sicilian, they score very high, than any other opening that you play against Sicilian. This is probably the one that scores very high. Um, and it's a very solid opening and stuff. So it's not like the Sicilian can like crush this like easily. Like you really can't crush this opening very easily. It's not that easy, So this is why I play it now. D6, F4, A6, A4. Um, although the engine doesn't even choose this on a list to play A4, but I play it because of I'm just stopping B5, and also I'm changing theory. So, the whole theory is when they play A6, play Bishop C4, then Bishop B3. I'm not doing none of that stuff. I'm playing what I know. I'm playing what I'm comfortable with. But at the same time, still do the principles as my coach showed me and stuff. But I go A4 to stop any queenside attacks and to stop B5. So I'm pretty much I make my opponent think a little bit. So my opponent goes e6. I go knight f3. Knight c6, bishop c4. I go bishop c4. Obviously the e6 is here blocking the f7, which was my battle target, but it's not a problem. I'm just still developing and overprotecting the square right here with three pieces: the knight, bishop, and a pawn. Bishop d7 is played. Uh, thought it was a little bit past it. I thought maybe knight e7 and potentially hitting the d5. I thought that would have been a better move. But he didn't play that, so I castled. He goes knight b4. Now this was interesting. Like I haven't seen anybody play this type, and I get it because I guess he probably understood that usually for opening that I play, I usually go queen e1 and then queen h4. But now I can't go queen e1 because of knight capture c2. So that was pretty clever, stopping me from going queen e1. So I go d3, just develop. I want to get develop my dark square bishop. Rook b8 is played, targeting the b file. No problem. So I just go bishop b3. I'm already knowing that he's gonna go b5, so I might as well just move back. So he goes b5. I take and he take. Now I'm glad I took because he opened the A file for me, which is very great. Um, but sooner or later he's gonna find out that he probably should have went rook a8, but you'll see why. I decided to go f5 in this position, and the reason why I go f5 because number one, if he decides to push, then I have the ability to go knight d5. Knight d5 and maybe pawn c2 to c3 to kick this knight off, but it really wouldn't matter because once I go knight d5, he either going to take or he's going to allow me to take on knight captures b4, which will mess up his pawn structure, and it wouldn't look very good on his part because I already have an open a file. He has double pawns, and I still have this light square bishop, which is pretty nice. So And that's pretty much what I'm looking at. And right now, and the reason why I go f5 is because the king is still in the center of the board. So I don't mind giving up another pawn, giving up a pawn just to open up his king side because the fact that he's still in the center. And also, I'm opening up my f file, which is another thing. So even if the bishop decides to take my pawn or win a pawn, I do have this nice threat of knight g5 coming, not only hitting knight on f7, but also my rook hitting this bishop as well. So I'll be hitting this pawn on f7 3 times, which is crazy. So, which is why my opponent didn't take. He goes knight f6 to prevent all that, which was fine because then he allows me to get knight g5. Again, he can't go pawn e5 because of knight captures f7, and you can't take the pawn because of knight captures f7. So my opponent goes d5 to literally try to block me from getting this to hitting this f7 pawn. So he solves that. All right. So I figured out another plan. Um, how can I put more pressure on this f7 pawn? Like, what can I do? So this is what I do. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let y'all decide. What can White do in this position? I want y'all to really think, you know, because y'all might get a position like this or something similar. What can you do? If you need to pause the video, pause the video. I'll give you 5 seconds. All right, guys. If you saw the thread E catches D5, you are incorrect. But if you did see the move F catches E6, you are correct. And the reason why I did F catches E6 is because once he took back, which is what he did in the game, I went E5. And the whole point of E5 is once he moved this knight out the way or whatever he goes, I do have knight F7, forking the queen and the rook. Of course, my opponent saw that and decides to go C4. So I go D captures C4. He goes B captures C4. And honestly, y'all, I could have just went Bishop A4. Y'all, I could have just did that, but I didn't want to do that at all. I didn't feel like I needed to do that. I feel like the king is already in the center already, and I need to hurry up and open up his king as much as possible, which is why I go E captures F6. Obviously, if he does take back with my pawn, if he takes back with the pawn, then he doesn't win his piece back because now I could just go Bishop A4, and I'm pretty much saved pretty much. So he's kind of forced to Oh, that was actually crazy. So yeah, guys, I could have just went Bishop A4 and everything. Really, guys, he should have actually took my bishop, but when he took my pawn back, I just went Queen H5 check, which is pretty much what I did. And when he went King E7, I went Queen F7 check. Y'all probably thinking about this Knight F7. It doesn't really do anything because of Queen E8. Um, he's pretty much gonna win this night. Pretty much, he's gonna win that piece back, and also he's gonna matter of fact he's gonna take this bishop first, and then he's gonna win this knight. So that wouldn't be a good move. So so yeah, so that's why I go Queen F7 check. He goes King D6, and I go Bishop catches C4. Now the engine doesn't say anything about Bishop catches C. Like it doesn't register. Bishop catches C4 is nowhere in their list at all. And to be honest with you, the engine wanted me to go rook catchers f6. This is what the engine wanted. The engine wanted rook catchers f6. I don't do it at all. I go bishop catchers c4, and I'm gonna show y'all why. I go bishop catchers c4 is because if f catchers g5, then I have to move bishop e3. Again, I'm looking at these checks and stuff because it becomes very dangerous. With my light square controlling and a bishop e3 controlling these diagonals, and I got to open a file, and my queen is already on a 7th rank or whatever. You could do a lot of damage in this type of game in particular. So it's not easy for this knight to go knight c2. And the thing is, I study Charles books and I like creating chaos. And I'm not saying that I'm trying to play like him or anything, but I'm all about attacking and making something complicated and just doing something creative or whatever. So, and you know, and that's pretty much what I'm trying to do. Um, so obviously knight catcher c2 wouldn't be a good move because of this rook a6 check. It gets very dangerous if he takes on c2, so it's not very good. But but the whole point is if f captures g5 and I go bishop e3. So let's say he does something like I don't know, let's say bishop e7. If he goes bishop e7, I have the move knight e4 check. So and it just gets nasty, guys. Let's say he doesn't take. Let's say he decides to run away, king c6, right? I do have the move, like queen g7, you know, and then if he takes my bishop or something like that, I got queen d4. Then queen c8, queen catches c4. Because as you notice, after queen d4, it's nothing that he can do. He can't go bishop d. He can't go c5. Um, it's going to be very hard to try to do anything, to be honest with y'all. It's really gonna be hard. So so that's why he goes queen c8. He goes king b7, and then rook a7 is checkmate, which is just nasty. So you're probably thinking, okay, why not um let's go here real quick. Um Queen c8, he takes. Oh yeah, I forgot. He can't even go c7 because the queen is guarding that square. So this is pretty much what's over. So rook a7 check. So the principle is if you sacrifice a piece, if you have more than obviously three or more pieces surrounding the king, especially if you have like a queen or rook on the f7 file, then obviously you have a mating attack coming or whatever. So it's like a principle that I go by, and I'm pretty sure Todd goes by it too because I look at a lot of his games, and he has a lot of his pieces coordinated, and a lot of his pieces he be having three or more pieces close to the person's king. So I pretty much go by that principle. So that's pretty much what I do. Also, guys, I wanted to show you this one. So let's say if my opponent did take my knight, which would be the worst thing you could ever do, because after rook d1, you know, I hit this d file, you know, king c7, bishop captures e6, and it doesn't matter what he does. He can't just take this bishop because um, he just can't take this bishop because I do have rook a7 on check, or I can take this bishop, but at the same time he's gonna have to deal with rook a7 after I take this bishop. But also his queen is under attack with the rook, so it's gonna be very nasty, very nasty. So that's why. So even if he goes rook f8, trying to get my queen out of the seventh rank or things like that, I'll just go queen g7. And after queen g7, it's really nothing that he can do after that. Because right now I'm threatening rook catches d7. But for y'all who probably thinking, okay, why don't he just go bishop captures e6 or whatever. So for all y'all that just thinking, you know, why don't he just do that? Then okay, so let's try it. So let's try queen captures e6. As you can see in this position, this is just pretty much a loss game for black. Doesn't matter where he goes. He could try to exchange, but he's gonna drop this dark square bishop. He can go queen e8 maybe. But even with this move, rook a7 is still doing a lot of damage. Even if he comes here, um, yeah, guys, it don't even really matter. Rook d7 is like a monster because even if you take, we go rook catches b7 check, he take queen catches b7 check, and if he comes, I don't know, maybe here, um, guys, we can take this off, and this is just, and then already we're threatening queen e5 check on winning the rook. This is just dominating, like totally dominating. Like this is just crazy. So, but this is the stuff that I have in my mind when I'm playing. So, but yeah, but with my opponent, after bishop catches c4, he doesn't take none of my stuff yet. Well, he takes that one, bishop catches c4, but he allows me to get this rook d file. So again, the engine never mentioned none of this bishop catches c4, none of this at all. It wasn't even in the list. So I just did something that I felt. So, and y'all can actually analyze this yourself, and y'all can check it out. But I go Rook D1 check. He goes Knight D5, and again, um, the engine wanted me to do something. I think 94 or something like that, or it was something, but I didn't do none of that. I just go Knight catches D5. Um, Obviously, he didn't want to take because of the rook catchers on D5, but also I have again this rook is on this A file, so he will get mated pretty quickly. Um, but yeah, King C5. I go Bishop E3 check. King B5, and then I go Knight C3 check. My opponent did a blunder because now you're in a mating net right now. Don't think that's defending this. This square is this light square bishop. So yes, the engine wanted me to go, which I understand what the engine was doing. So the engine wanted me to do queen catches d7. If he takes, then rook catches d7, and there's nothing that black can do to stop this rook a4 checkmate. You know, I mean, you could sacrifice the rook, but I'm gonna just take, and even when I take, he still can't get to c5, can't get to b5. He's pretty much stuck. There's nothing that he can do to stop this a4 checkmate. So that's what the engine wanted me to do. And like I said, I already seen the mating net and things like that. Um, but what I did was I just did knight catches e6. The whole point, you know, it's kind of like, I know it's kind of like torture or whatever, but I'm pretty much provoking him to uh take on e6, in which my opponent did take on e6. He did go bishop catches e6, and I went rook a4 checkmate. Now the whole point is, if I go knight catches e6, yes, my opponent, you can stop it by going bishop catches d6, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going rook catches d6. You know, you just giving me a free piece. um even if even if he decides to go queen e8, it just wouldn't matter because I'm gonna just go rook catches d7. So now the queen is blocked from stopping this rook a4 check. So even if he takes my queen, it's still situation is going to happen. Rook a4 checkmate. So, and that's pretty much what happened, guys. Um, so again, y'all, the same principles. If you have three or more pieces surrounding your king, more than likely you can actually sacrifice a piece in order to get your opponent's king in checkmate, or to have a bigger advantage. Maybe gain another piece, or you know really get an upper hand on your opponent. You know, when three or more pieces surrounding your king. And again, I can't stress it enough. Always study tactics. Definitely study tactics. Again, I think one of the greatest chess exercise right now is actually on chess.com, where you actually got to find these tactics at a pretty much at a high speed. You got to really find these tactics very quickly because they'll time you, and if you do it a lot of times or whatever with no mistakes, I think it just keep on going or whatever. Because I think if you get like three wrong, I'm pretty sure if it's like two or three wrong, if you get two or three wrong, uh, the game is over, and then you get ranked and stuff. I think that's really an awesome game to do, and I think that really improves your tactical abilities very quickly, and actually increases you to finding tactics on your position in any position very quickly, especially in complicated positions. So, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please like, please share, please comment. Let me know what you think, and also, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, y'all. All right, y'all. Peace.